Hi guys, so I'm here today with Archie.
Hi Chris.
This is Jungle Archie. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're either interested in doing the Jungle Ultra or you're signed up to do our Jungle Ultra. And it's a common question I get is, how should I pack my bag, what do I need to take? And I thought what we'll do is, Archie had probably one of the lightest bags for the Jungle Ultra 2015 when he finished fourth?
Yep.
Fourth. And I thought we'd go through an example backpack of what Archie did. Now, it's important to remember that what works for Archie might not necessarily work for you. However, it's a good way to see how he structured it and how he's got the most bang for his buck in terms of it being light but still having all of the required things that you needed. So I think what we'll probably start off with, Archie, is the kind of bag that you use. That's probably the best bit. So this is the
20 litre Adventure Light.
And was it enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tight day one, but after that it freed up. And the good news is this is a real cheap bag, real cheap sack.
Cool. And then water bottles wise, you've got two separate ones. Did you have both of the straw, or just the one?
Yeah, I had both of the straw.
Both of the straw. So that's quite handy, obviously, when you're on the move. You're required to fill this up at every checkpoint. So these water bottles most of the time will be full.
Correct. Yeah.
And then you've got room, obviously, for the.
So these are the Olmo raid lights.
Yeah.
They come with the holders, and the holders go onto the chest strap. This one's pretending it's been Olmo because God knows who's had that out the cupboard at home. You get the point.
Okay, but you didn't have any kind of front packs or anything. You just decided to go all reloaded apart from the water.
Race mandatory water is 2.5 litres. So 750ml, 750ml. And then, not sure whether the race director is going to approve of this or not. This is what I did because it was tight in a 20 litre pack, and I kind of guessed I wouldn't need all of the water, all of the stops, so I just had two 750ml Coke bottles. They compressed down when I wasn't using them, didn't take any extra away, but I had 2.5 litres of the officious race director.
Yeah, as long as they're on your person, it's fine. How you choose to hold them, whether they're front rear loaded, back in a camelback or in a front pouch, it depends on the runner again. But as long as you have 2.5 litres on you, thanks for reminding me actually, it's different for each race. So it's 2.5 litres on you and you leave the checkpoint with 2.5 litres, that's all that matters. Okay, so let's move on then to bottom of the bag. So what you packed into it and what was at the bottom towards...
Still sporting some Amazonian mud.
Yeah, still jungle mud on that one.
It stinks, you'll never get it off.
So we went to, what were we going to go with next? Food?
We go food.
How many calories did you pack a day?
I packed around about 1,750 calories a day. I think the note of caution with that is I've got a pretty low calorie demand.
Yeah.
Which is tried and tested over quite a few ultras.
So that's a very big variable on what you will need as a runner. Some people will require more than 1,700. Archie did a lot of training, I'm guessing with low calories before the jungle, and is quite experienced, so could get away with that. It completely depends on the kind of person you are. I think when you're looking at saving weight, the one area that you probably don't want to really sacrifice too much is your food, because we didn't do the full length on the final stage. Do you think you would have had food throughout the whole thing? Would have been alright. But there were some people that chucked up. Yeah,
it would have been.
So with that 1,700 calorie day, when we had a few people chuck up and things like that, once you do something like that and you're in a deficit, you're really kind of scraping the barrel, and it'd be better to bring a bit more and eat quite heavily in the first few days. But yeah, if you're experienced enough, 1,700 should get you by. So food that we used.
Yep, so take through breakfast, then into dinner, because I take a slightly different approach. Again, works for me, won't work for everybody. I take a slightly different approach to breakfast. So a lot of people will buy this type of freeze-dried food for breakfast. Any brand I've tried that's freeze-dried breakfast is pretty horrible, and I've rarely seen anybody manage to finish it. Lots of people will buy the freeze-dried meals, they've tried the breakfast stuff, don't like it, so they try the meals. That's okay, quite high fat content. To make up the calories in these meals, and again I've seen a lot of people struggle to eat a full meal as breakfast. So my approach is slightly different. Noodles, Indonesian fried noodles, good fat sachet in there, nice and easy and light to pack, less than 30p a pack, so nice little bargain item.
Cheap.
So I've got that's got about 450 calories in it, and then to supplement breakfast I go with a little bit later on, so I eat that. Don't overfill myself, don't stay at the start of the day feeling bloated, and then my extra just to top up is an almond butter later on. So that's kind of breakfast for me. So I packed.
And they're individually sachetaed as well, ready.
Yep.
for breakfast. So that's the thing, it's being prepared for a lot of these things. And when you're tired of things and can make simple mistakes, you want it all pretty much done for you. So these are already rationed up. Obviously these are already packed, but you'll notice with Archie here, he's got you know, some gums and things within that pack, already made up for his particular days.
Yep, they're all in day packs.
Yep.
Emergency food. So if I've been struggling on the last day, or I had a hungry day, I've got 2 extra of these that I keep.
And then this would typically be in evening.
Yes, this would be an evening.
Yep.
I would normally decant these foil packets are pretty heavy. If you get Ziploc bags that have got a little bit of heft to them, you can pour hot water and you can eat them straight out of the bag. So I would normally save a bit of weight, but I don't want to waste these.
Okay.
Food at the bottom.
But then you'll notice as well that there's also, Archie has these energy gels. They're like a cheer energy gel. We were just talking about before the camera started rolling, where you just add water. And you'll notice there's quite a lot of them that he has here, and they're actually staggered around his bag as well near his water bottles, so they're easy accessible. And they're quite a good hit for a short amount of energy, but if you was having a lot of the kind of commercial gels, they would be hard to stomach in this kind of volume.
You couldn't eat those in those volumes.
Yeah, so a lot of your calories in a day came from these.
Yep.
But these have a low shelf life, so they're just full of things like chia seeds and I'm guessing it's flax seeds and salt.
Goji berries, all that
so
kind of stuff.
they're quite good, and they're called 33 Shape, or 33shape.com. You might want to check them out, because if you had that in a lot of your commercial gels, you would have a very bad stomach and end up with a multicolour rainbow coming out your mouth.
A lot of people did.
Which a lot of people did do.
So these are about 90 calories a shot. You just put some water in, and so the other advantage you get, if you've got a lot of gels, guess what you've got? You've got all that weight in liquid.
Yeah.
So you can fill these up at the aid stations, and you're not carrying additional weight. So there's, on a normal day, I just had 4, pretty much 1 at each stop, and 1 coming in, fill 1 up coming out. On the long day, I had 8. Didn't eat all of them every day, which was quite nice. Hanging in the hammock at the end of the day if I was still hungry. If I hadn't eaten it during the day, then get it down. Again, it's personal taste, personal experience. I find the chia seed element actually settles my stomach rather than upsets it. So
I think the key thing is as well is to try these things out before you come to the jungle. And a lot of people will make the mistake of not having a fat-rich diet previously to the kind of ultra seed, and then they'll come on these 5 days and they'll have a high-fat diet, or they'll have a high-carb diet, or a high-salt diet, or something will be different, and that's what causes stomach upsets and things. Ideally, weeks before you do this, you want to be kind of weaning yourself onto this kind of food and making sure that you can stomach and you're ready to deal with that kind of volume of same types of food, because that's what it is. It's very same and similar types of food, and either high sugar or high fat, just to make sure you're getting high calorie for low weight.
Cool. So this was a day pack, second sort of breakfast halfway through the morning, and then a couple of things again which are thoughtful for me. One is giant cola bottles. Why? There's a bit of chew to them, and actually as sugary stuff goes, cola's a little bit more savoury than fruit-based stuff. And salty Dutch licorice coins, again, there's a real heft to them. They stay in your mouth a long time, give you a pleasant flavour, kid you that you've eaten a bit more than you perhaps have, and there's a chew to it, so you feel you've consumed something. So as Chris pointed out earlier, packed up one of those, just 1 pack each day, and that saw me through the day. And then hanging in the hammock, and a few treats in the evening. Oh, the only thing that's missing, because I forgot to buy it on the way here, is some mini pepperonis. So I have a couple of mini pepperonis in each of those day packs. Savoury stuff is a bit of a godsend.
See, the difference there is if I had that, a couple of sweets and that high hit of sugar, I would then get massive hunger cravings. So I would be going to, I can make up some like homemade Bombay mix, and it's more savoury, and that's going to be less addictive almost, because I can't eat a few jelly sweets and put them down, or a few hardball sweets. I would have to just keep going and make me really hungry. So that's the difference between us two already. So let's go next. Let's go clothing. So